Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Britballin. I'm your host, Matt McGugan, and I'm joined by my wonderful angel of the North, Adam Wilkin. How are we doing this evening?
Well, double showing it and all that, pretty good.
It's what it is, isn't it?
Just flying, mate. Flying.
Just absolutely balling out. Double show.
Double show, putting a double shift in, laughing.
Oh yes, I've been waiting for this. It's going to be good this evening. It definitely is. Shaggers. Welcome, everyone.
Get off my comments, by the way. That's the only thing I'm allowed to do.
Internet's been crap for the past 16 weeks,
I'm sat downstairs, so my internet's not crap.
Right, sound your own comments.
I can see without having to wear sunglasses. Like, life is good, mate.
We're on a different time, so I'm not going to point fingers for whose fault it was why we didn't do last night's show. However, it wasn't me for once.
It was me. It was definitely me. Like, it was. I love that comment. Don't remember there being a better one from the shit mustache, Mike.
No, I've just not had a shave actually. I've been end of the month. It's the only time I get really busy at work, so.
It's the only time he does work at work.
No, but thanks everyone as always for joining. Adam, pleasure. Thanks for doing a double show tonight, and thanks for the under-19s show for cutting it short so we could bring some adult ball to the fans this week.
It's gonna be fun though, isn't it?
And we could have, and you know what? In a usual situation, bank holidays we tend to give them ourselves the bank holiday off, and we have a bit of family time. But we couldn't not do this week's show because of what happened on the weekend.
We had the chat of like, let's like totally just give it a rest, and then some scores came in, and we were like, we are doing the show no matter what. So many people's gonna be pissed. Let's do the show.
So early bits of news coming in already. Some cancellations for next week. I'm seeing,
no shit, Sherlock.
Yep, there's a Y in the day, which means there's a team cancelling in Britball. I think Lincolnshire Bombers, have already cancelled on Nottingham Caesars this week, which is class, considering they won last week.
Yeah,
just can't be arsed playing another. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, Nottingham are looking for a game for anyone. Grant, you would have seen I tagged the Vikings in your post.
Yeah, that's a game we kind of want to see, but it has been a big weekend this weekend. As it's a bit of a later start, let's jump right into the games, unless you've got any other news to get through. DC have cancelled. Shit, guys.
Oh, so DC have cancelled against the Vikings, and you've had Nottingham now free up. How amazing would that be? Just for
Bobcats are taking a rest to prepare for Nottingham, which means Adam, slide into Grant's DMs. We could make Nottingham versus Rams happen this week.
Oh, well, we could make either Nottingham Rams, we could make Nottingham Vikings, we could make Rams Vikings.
Or just a big three-way. Three-way.
Everyone loves a three-way. Everyone loves a three-way, you know what I mean? Like, let's have a Saturday night game, and then let's have a Sunday night game.
Let's make it a Saturday night. We'll stream it live from Britball. We'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, you can invite Onside there, and then we'll still stream it anyways, because that's what we do. I'm still sour about that. I don't give a shit.
Not like you. No. It's very unlike you to swear or sit on the fence about things. So it's just you've not swore yet, so there's nothing to be that. So
won't take us fucking long though.
Nothing worse than being the fourth bloke watching. Well,
watching, stroking, same thing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Using the foot. We're already there. This is it. This is the late night with Mike and Adam. Welcome.
Just by the way, if there is any people watching, there is a section on our profile on Facebook that states that we will swear. Like, that is there.
I did hear that you've been better on the under-19s and 16 show.
Yeah, I've tried. I have really tried.
You've not used freeways, non-sticker, anything like that. No.
That's so hard, by the way. I didn't call anyone a nonce. Like, I don't think I'm doing free. Like,
that's the wrong show to do it.
Nonce, you know what I mean? I played flag yesterday though.
Like, oh, did you?
Yeah, I did call someone a nonce then.
Fair. How did that go? Flag guys take it really seriously, don't they? Like, it's not if you're a contact guy. I've been culpable of this, going to flag training and thinking, "Oh, I'll just have a bit of a laugh."
Mate, they put medical tape on my pockets.
Well, people can get injured in flag with dodgy pockets.
They put medical tape on my pockets, and I was just like, there is a clip of them going, You've got to have put safety first, and there's a literal video of me turn around going, "Oh, fuck off!" My man. Ben Reed there commenting saying, "You want to talk about your first play? The first play against Charlie, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the guy was supposed to sit in the zone. I threw the ball. He didn't sit in the zone, and Ben picked it off. Right? That's all you need to know."
Oh. Tell us the QB guru about how you threw your pick then.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be sat there in the zone, and I threw the ball, and in the air he started running again, and you just hear me go, "Shit!" And I see the pick, and I'm not being funny. It's flag. I'm not running. I'm not chasing after Ben. But what I will say, right, is I coached Bennett Jr. So you've done a cracking job there, Ben, breaking on that ball. Well done, son. Well done. Well done.
Who taught you that? You threw a pick. Okay. Right, let's get into the games because there were some absolute belters this week. We're just going to try and run through, and we're just going to talk about some of the key games just because we will be here all night otherwise. So let's get through them. Saturday night game, Leicester v Tamworth. Leicester had their American QB. Did you manage to catch much of the game?
I watched it. I
did?
All. I did.
Yeah.
It was all right game. I thought it was all right game.
It's never as close as the scoreline suggested, though, was it?
Nah.
Tamworth was just a better team.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't rate that QB as much as the hype about him mind.
He's okay. He's a good player. He's a good athlete.
He is. He's an athlete. Like, he is an athlete. But I just think Tamworth's defense is good, man. Like, they are good. I'll give them that. I like the way that they've got Falcons have got a good running back, big guy.
Yeah, Marcus Frank.
If you go on his Instagram, he shares a clip from when they played the last game, and it's onside doing the coverage, and it's just like Marcus Francis, whatever his name is, and then it's like, oh, with all his bulging biceps, and it's like the guy is just like he's absolutely rinsed them on the thing. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, Falcons D-line does look good. Thought it looked decent. I know you played. Yeah, you played them. Yeah.
No, I don't think it was the same D-line. They've run a 3-front, which probably suggests what they only had a couple. So
yeah, look at Ben Reed's last comment as well. I'll bring that up. That's about the look when people bring another comment in, right? So yeah, this guy played a game in his underwear, the full tournament in his underwear because he had pockets with shorts in, but they didn't offer him any tape.
Yeah, it's a fair point. They're just I'd like to see him. He's just a good player.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think he's athletic, but I still think he was making the wrong read a couple of times. If I'm honest.
Well, I've reached out to him this week anyway, so I might get him on the show in a couple of weeks just to chat with him and talk about his experience in the UK. It's always good.
He's gonna fucking love me then, isn't he? I've just been like, I think he could do better.
Oh yeah, we'll rib him, but yeah, nevertheless. Yeah. And obviously up to Scotland then, Dunfermline Knights 9, Dumfries Hunters 22. Fairly expected result there. I don't think that was too much of an upset, was it?
No. How did we do on our predictions this week?
Well, we'll get into that because there was one game we did really well because I know you'd picked a few, but we was chasing the Wizard, weren't we? Yeah. And I changed a couple, and that's why begrudgingly I backed Sheffield just to split it, where I knew Mersey would win. But anyway, we'll get to that one in a minute. Highland Stags 31, Clyde Valley Blackhawks 8. Clyde Valley taking another bit of a loss. It's a shame. Pete Nicol, Pancake Champion. Darren giving his mate a big shout out. David Ray, Tamworth defence was too good. Leicester are a very good team, so it shows how good Tamworth really are. I completely agree. Be interested to see if obviously they hold on to their American and the guys. There's always been a lot of turnover at Leicester, whether there's a bit of common sense, I could say. Leicester go to the Prem. Unfortunately, Samuel, you're not the same team. Go down. I think it needs to be considered.
Yeah, I think it will be, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so, because I can't see why you would want to run it in the way it's going to be run. But then you begrudge Samuel their Prem season, what they've earned. So I don't know.
Maybe just have a game. Just play for it. Play for it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Same with Holton in Division 1.
Yeah, they should, for me, go down to Div 2.
Yeah, but that's hard to say considering Baffa came out at the start of the season and was like, there's not going to be any repercussions if you don't want to take part.
I know.
It's one of them.
A good point. I think everywhere. I think there needs to be consideration in through areas. Yeah, Aberdeen the same. I think Northumbria. Is that right? Yeah.
Northumberland.
There used to be Northumbria.
No, Northumberland. Northumbria is the university.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, Northumberland. Again, I wouldn't mind seeing an 18 Prem with Northumberland, and but then again, you have to do the same in the south, and I'm not sure there's the next two teams to join them.
Nah, not really.
Maybe Hearts, but I don't know if they'd fancy that. Gateshead 0, Northumberland Vikings 43.
Yeah,
fairly comprehensive.
It was. I mean, I felt, you know what it is, right? I think, if I'm honest, I think both teams were shite.
Did you not kit up for that one?
I was not allowed to kit up for that one.
Oh, right, okay. So you did it when they won, but this week you just, not allowed.
I will kit up in the next game if the next game happens. Like, I've already told them.
All right. It just seems convenient you chose your game, that's all.
No, Bradley, no. I'm not.
We're not advertising that, and you. No, it seems convenient.
Mate, they don't have to pay me. They don't even have to pay us. I will advertise.
Very convenient. It seems awfully convenient. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, mate, it is. I picked to play the game against the team with the bigger D line. Yeah,
just
makes sense. Yeah,
I heard you was running from Robbie. That was all. Robbie, you're just terrified.
I am terrified of Robbie.
This is true. Darlow, my nemesis now, 35 versus DC President 6. Do you know much about that or catch it or?
It was apparently a close game quite early. I think Darlow weren't firing. DC scored by putting that D lineman on as a running back. It just ran with him. But I mean, he's an ex-basketball professional. Like he's big and rapid. Like running.
Fair play. Running. I don't know if this game's an upset, but the Red Rose division, as it were, produced some pretty interesting games this week, to say the least.
Just a few.
Manchester Titans 69, Lancashire Wolverines 47.
You're going down using the rankings. Telling you now.
I mean, I was injured. Not going to say it's a coincidence.
You're not a starter.
No, I probably would have been in that game playing defensive line actually. Not making excuses, but yeah, I might have done my ACL. So I'm out for the season. You're pausing out for me. I think from the game, I can be completely neutral on that one. I know the Titans' defense was missing pretty much every single starter from what I can see. So a heavily rotated game. It was meant to be, obviously, because Lancashire moved our game. This was meant to be the 1 week we had off in the season. So I know
it was the same. It was the same in the Vikings Gator game. Like between the two sidelines, there was probably enough for one team.
Yeah.
Like it was shocking.
It was the smallest. It was the smallest Titans team I'd seen in a while. And again, the one guy who stood out. I mean, that would have been an even closer game without Sam Foster. Let's say. It was probably my early pick for maybe just complete MVP of the year. He actually played running back in the game as well and got himself a running back. Honestly, I promise you now, he took one snap at running back and I got my phone out and recorded it because I knew he'd score. It was from like the 20 and I just knew, when you just know somebody's going to score. So it's the only time I got my phone out. I just recorded the play. I need to send it him, actually. You just know. I'm like, yeah. I knew he was gonna score. So Fosse, big game this week for him. Just constantly makes so many big hits. It's just he's just one of those guys. You hear a hit and you just know it's Fosse.
Yeah, no, from the Vikings game that I came down and watched for years, I said the same thing about Fosse then.
Yeah, absolute big difference maker. But all credit goes to the Lancashire Wolverines, who came out. Some excellent receivers. The quarterback, they made the change. And I think he's called Josh. I forget his surname. Josh Mills. He's a baller. Quarterback, just came back from Poland, started for them. Just slinging it all over and moved the ball with relative ease against the Titans defense all game. So, it was good. It was good to watch. Bit of a shootout. I think the Titans were a bit rattled early on, missing a few guys, but
they were up on us as well, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think Sam threw a couple of early picks. I think what I saw with the Titans is, I think the fair assessment would be they beat them 83-0 and they thought they were just a better team. So every player seemed to be trying to do too much, like Fosse on a punt return, daft fumble, Sam rolling out to his right, trying to throw it across his body to get a score in the end zone. It's just one of those kind of games where you see guys just trying to probably do a little bit too much. What wasn't, against a Prem side, Fosse goes out, right near the sideline. Sam probably throws it away and doesn't try and squeeze it. But when you play in a team, you beat 83-0, you just kind of run up the score, aren't you?
Yeah, but at the same time, you can see the improvement each week in the Wolverines.
Yeah, and all credit to them. That was what I started with. Yeah, all credit to them. They came on leaps and bounds and
we don't even have them in our rankings,
Not yet.
One to watch out for.
No, slowly climbing and building. So big props to the Wolverines for that. And then, I mean, the score of the week, the score of the year,
the score of Britball history. I think if we're correct in what they're posting,
the biggest victory I've seen in a mighty long time, and I've been on the other end of one of these. Chess Romans 127, Lee Miners 0. If anyone was at that game, if anyone knows anything about this game, please drop us a comment, because I want to know, was it all offense? Was it all defense? Just what was it?
It's Chester Romans. I can tell you their offense is legit.
No, yeah, I'm completely. I know it's legit, but you don't score. No offense scores 127 points in a game, does it? So there must have been kick returns, pick sixes, just everything.
I just think, fuck me, 127 points.
Yeah.
I still reckon League Miners had a better time at the bar afterwards.
Oh, I reckon.
Yes, yeah. It was in place, yeah.
Yeah. I'm 100% sure there would have been a good party in Lee that night.
Yeah. 4 punt returns, 2 pick sixes. Jesus.
Fairly impressive result, though.
At what point do you just start telling your punter to kick it out of bounds, though?
You would have to think.
After the second one, I think I'll be like, kick it out of bounds. Whoever's in the kitchen with you, Mike, tell them to get out. Right? Becky, get out of the kitchen.
Apparently there were 4 punt returns, TD, interception returns, 1 play scores, and that was just me. Yeah, just one of those, I think, just a good old-fashioned hiding.
Mate, I'm not being funny. If there's four punt returns there, and then picks as well, that's one thing that, even if you're winning, and you're winning big, you can't tell the guys not to run them back. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to give them shit for coming on and running a pick back or returning a punt. So
no, and like you said, there's probably enough guys rotating there where Chester's seconds and thirds are probably just better than Lee's firsts and seconds. And it's a good point. Drinking probably started at half time.
It wasn't a game, it was a slaughter. I think the Miners only had a handful of players. Wouldn't surprise me if they step back from the league, poor buggers. I don't think they'll step back. I think that they're doing all right. I mean, not results-wise, but they're never going to be playing them in a normal season, so I wouldn't know.
No, it'd be interesting, and I think Crew are trying to get a game against Lee, so that'll be interesting to see where Lee are actually at.
Oh, they need to get that in before the last game of the season, then, because if that's the last game of the season, you have to play for Crew.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'll be able to do. If I don't even know if I'll be able to play at this rate. I'll be completely honest with you.
Look at him pulling out already. This is bullshit.
I'll have to. You might have to tag you in. I'll be honest.
Fuck off! I'm not winning a bet for a change and still doing the forfeit. You've
What
got to go.
to do?
You still got to go be East Bride dressed as a female pirate.
This is true. I do have to still do that. But yeah, I'm not. Right, unless somebody can get me surgery next week and I can start the recovery process, then I could potentially do it.
I can give you surgery next week, but I can tell you now, you'll not be recovering very quickly. Chris Jones is coming there. As a minors player, let me assure you, we ain't quitting, and we go again against the Wolverines in 3 weeks. We're going to be a Div 2 team, yet we're playing Div 1 team.
Chris, on the real though, what was the bar like afterwards?
Yeah, Chris, like how many like pints did you have at half time? We had 26 players, lost 4 to injury very early, so had a lot of us playing both sides of the ball. Welcome to Britball.
To Britball. Yeah. I'm sure there's a couple.
I love Robbie's comment. Look at Robbie's comment.
Still this is very true.
A lot better. And Holton.
This is true. Yeah. Still, I mean, I'm not going to pass comment. They keep they're playing, and it's meant to be their associate season. They probably wouldn't be playing something like them. So,
well, they definitely wouldn't be playing someone like them. Let's be honest. But
no,
they've done well. Like I don't care what people say. Like they're playing games.
Yeah.
Everyone needs an arse kicking like that at some point when they're playing. There's yours. Don't worry about it.
Move on.
Yeah.
So Lincolnshire Bombers 7, South Links Lightning 0. Don't care because you know what? South Links, you got beat by a team who have pulled out this week against them, so you don't get any airtime.
Yeah, but
get out.
You have got the best uniforms.
Don't matter. Lincolnshire Bombers, you suck.
Who was it? Was it the Miners that changed uniforms, or was it South Links Lightning that changed uniform? Someone's got a purple uniform that they advertised. That
Hereford was Stampede, was it?
No, someone. It was one of the new teams. It might have been Hereford. Someone advertised that they were going to be playing in a purple uniform, and I looked everywhere for the photos and I couldn't see it.
Oh, I don't know. So Northant Knights 32, Scunthorpe Alphas 8. So Northant's, taking care of business there.
Northant's a legit mine.
Yeah, growing into the season. I know Scunthorpe. I spoke to their head coach this week, who's recovering from a bicep, his torn bicep. But I think they're just struggling for numbers. I think it's just the season's taken a toll on them, I think, at this point.
But I think I just want to say Northants at the minute are doing well at every aspect of the sport at the minute.
Yeah.
Like everything that they're doing at the minute is turning to gold. Like I'm not gonna lie. Lee played in purple, quite nice actually. Can someone from Lee send me a picture of their purple uniform? Because I want to see it.
Yeah. Northants are going to be a handful in D2. Yeah, if Northants keep going the way they're going, I mean, they're not just going to be a handful in D2. They're just going to win it, aren't they? And get promoted pretty quickly.
Sorry, what?
What? You just clearing your throat there?
Yeah, just a little mate, yeah.
Why? Who's going to challenge Northants in Div 2?
Darlington's team.
All right. You think?
Yeah.
Are they in the same division?
No, but they'll have to play in finals because it's only the winner goes up, doesn't it?
But Gateshead beat Darlow this year, didn't they? Stupid things.
Yeah.
Silence. East Coast Eagles in purple, like. Crew Railroaders.
How nice would that be, though?
Crewe Railroaders 7, Staffordshire Surge 29. And on this one, just wanted to give a shout out because there was a minute's applause before the two guys, for two guys who were lost during the pandemic. So Jeff Lowe, who was one of the founders of Staffordshire Surge, and Dave Ollier, who represented both clubs on the sidelines. They were having a memorial trophy presented to the best player over both games. So it was at the end of the game. And that'll be an annual thing as long as they're in the same conferences. So just obviously big shout out to Jeff and Dave, who sadly lost their lives during COVID and during the pandemic. So unfortunately for them and for everyone, but really big shout out to them for showing the respect in the game. And I know a couple of people showed a lot of respect this weekend in other forms as well, which we'll get into in a minute. Colchester Gladiators. So the score of that game, Crewe 7, Staffs 29. I think it was a little bit closer last game, and it seems that Staffs kind of run away with it this week. I think they were just getting more and more guys back, weren't they? So
I've done it. Look, Darren's commented. Look, he's shitting himself now. All the pressure's been put on him. I'll go, Darren. Yeah, he's going to win the league now, Darren. Fucked it, haven't you?
Darlington over Gateshead, Adam. You're getting some grief here.
I was doing it to get Darren to bite on it. Come on, sort it out. Tells us who's watching, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Bradley, it was sad to hear, obviously, about the two guys. But big shout out again to Crewe and Stats for reaching out, telling us about that so we could give it the airtime it deserves, but then for showing that minute's applause before the game. I'm sure they'll be truly represented year in, year out, as long as that's, those games and they're in the same conference. So well done to both teams there. Staff's just pulling away a bit more, probably just got a few more players back and just a little bit too much. Colchester Gladiators 14, Ipswich Cardinals 0. Fairly expected result, probably expected Colchester to score a little more and Ipswich to get on board, but fairly a standard result. Ouse Valley Eagles 21, Norwich Devils 39. Well done to Norwich for giving it, putting 39 points up. I'm pretty surprised Ouse Valley actually scored 21, so showed some growth from Ouse Valley across this season, so well done to them. Birmingham Bulls, who have been picked here. Bulls potentially to win Div 2 next year. Bulls again from Bulls 31, Swindon Storm 21. So fairly impressive result for the Bulls, but another expected result. But a good result for Birmingham. Maybe some heavy rotation in with the score being a little bit closer than probably I would have anticipated with the Bulls there. Hereford Stampede 20, Worcestershire Black Knights 13. Turned up this week. Worcestershire must have been a closer game, so they fancied it. 20-15.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for joining us. Your boys, Torbay Trojans, got the classic burger and bagel this week to Sunset Wyverns. 50-0 loss, unfortunately, for you Torbay boys.
Be completely different again next year, Honestly, I swear to God, that's what it's like down there. It's crazy. Like the players just piss off from one team to the. I'm sure they're all subs at one place and they're like, "Well, fuck you," and go somewhere else, and then play, and then they leave. It's crazy, man. Like if you scratch off some of the players' helmets, you just see different colours coming through, where they've just been sprayed over the top every time.
Essex Spartans on a roll, 30 to the East Kent Mavericks 20, so good result for them. Really rolling this year now are the Essex Spartans. I'm not sure the record, but I'm pretty sure I have to double check that.
They're doing
pretty
well.
Sure they are. Every time I seem to speak about them, they're winning. And another team that just keeps winning, Hertfordshire this time, Cheaters 35, Oxford Saints 12. So another dub for Hertfordshire Cheaters. Good result for them against the Oxford Saints. Probably expected, but take care of business. And then our final cross-divisional game. It's probably maybe a good talking point and one that is just going to absolutely tear apart the power rankings, which we're going to get into in a minute. Merseyside Nighthawks 26, Sheffield Giants 10. No, I've not spoken to anyone from any organisation about this purposely because I just wanted to say I told you so. I said Merseyside would beat Sheffield. They always have, and for the past couple of years, I think it was close last year when Sheffield drew against them, but late on, last minute kind of situation. But I felt like Merseyside were the better team, and I suppose that's been proved this week, hasn't it?
You should have said to Enrique on the junior show before.
He skirted off pretty quickly, didn't he?
Yeah,
I was hoping he'd stay. He said he had to go down to London. Yeah, right. He just didn't want the grief.
It's one of them. Like, I know how Toby's playing this year. Like, he's still giving people reps and things. And did he do it again in this game?
I'm not having that. You don't do that.
I'm asking the question. That's all I'm saying. I've got to play devil's advocate here. I want to know. Like, obviously, we purposely haven't spoken to people to find out this because we've got our own opinion on it. But it's.
I heard, to be fair, I know the game was close, and I have to give a big shout out to Ketch here, who I'm going to give kind of player of the week to, because I think it was 13-10 to Merseyside. Sheffield were driving down the field, and I think Josh threw a pick to Ketch. It was a pick six, probably like a 60-70 yard pick six. A real turning point in the game. You take that score, makes it 20-10. Massive swing play. That could have easily been Sheffield going up.
We seen, so obviously there's lads that used to play at Vikings, for example, that are playing at Sheffield.
Yeah.
And obviously we were chatting and stuff, and one of the guys that was at Vikings, used to be at Vikings, had messaged one of the Vikings lads and were like, "Are you looking forward to the day?" And the guy from Sheffield replies saying, "I was, until I woke up and found out the fucking quarterback's not playing anymore because he's done something or for some reason he's not playing." So,
did Josh not play then?
Don't think so.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sure he will say 90 yards catch. I'm not sure how far it was, but I've not seen 100-yard pitch in Britball for a while. So from Mersey, our D steps up, held the Giants to a field goal. Their TD came from pick six. The running game was powerful again, which is kind of a strong point of Merseyside. But yeah, I think one of the things I did want to shout out was obviously with this game in particular. And Tom's put it really well here. Can we give a shout out to Josh Meldrum, who unfortunately lost his battle with depression, played with the Giants during the 2019 season, played for Leeds Carnegie as well. Yeah. Was a very important player, but most importantly, a good friend to everyone around him. So I did ask Tom to actually come on the show tonight because he's a good friend of his, but he's got a kid, he's got to get his kids to bed and stuff. So big shout out to him. And just so everyone knows, he's actually from Australia. He was over here studying engineering at Leeds Carnegie. And there's a GoFundMe page, which I'm going to bring up now. And we all know we like to do a bit of a raise and stuff like that. And we like to raise money for different causes. But we're going to share this about today. I wanted to do it live on the show before we actually did anything about it. So what I'd like you all to do, if you can, if you're watching, go in, drop a tenner. And it's actually because, from my understanding, obviously you have to pay to take it's for his family, who you have to pay to get the body back over to Australia, where he's originally from. So obviously if you can donate, it'll just help that. And anything if we raise over the amount that it costs, the money will go to Calm.
Do you want to pull the GoFundMe page up on the screen now and just full screen it, just so they can...
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds.
I know we normally do like charities and things like that, but I think this is something that I think we've got to do, really.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but I'm a dad. Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't know what to do if I couldn't do that to my kids, to bring them home.
Yeah. I'm just going to bring that up now. Just give me 2 seconds.
Aye.
Yeah, so it's been, is that shared now?
Yeah, shared. I'll full screen it for you.
Yeah, brilliant. So as you can see, obviously, it's in memory of Josh Meldrum. Obviously, he's already doing well to where we're looking to get to. So 3,685. So 116 donors. So even if we've got everyone watching now, 55 people. If 55 people went and did a quid, obviously it'd help donate. Just anything. You don't have to be loads. Big shout out to Dan Haywood, Brody, Stephen, all for donated. For donating. So please, everyone, if you can, go and read the story. Go and find out a little bit more. Let's help him. Obviously, get the family, get the body back to Australia. So I think we'll just leave that on screen for a minute. So yeah, if you can all go and just obviously, if you can just donate. Obviously, it's less than ideal, and the situation is. We've talked loads, obviously, on this show previously about mental health and being there for people. So if you can't donate, drop a mate a text and just ask him if he's okay, and then just ask him again if he's okay. So I've just asked once. I was asked twice, and then just have a chat or give someone a ring that you've not spoke to before. Like I said, doesn't matter what. I spoke to people who were friends with Josh, so who feel they could have done more. Take the opportunity to ring someone after the show or now. I don't care if you log off and go ring a pal and just have a chat. Do what you need to do. And if anything, if anyone needs to chat or wants to talk shit or have a bit of fun or just take the brain away from anything, my DMs are always open. I can, everyone who messages me will know I usually message back something random anyway. So feel free to drop me a message or anyone. Just we're all in this together anyway. So, but yeah, let's help him out. And I think his original team he did actually play for, and it's probably worth to know. I can't remember. He's a Crusaders team in Australia. I forget. I think it might be. Yeah, I'm not going to guess what the first is, but I know it's the Crusaders in Australia. So feel free to get that. Right, perfect. And that kind of sums up, obviously, the scores from last week, and we just thought we'd end on that game and then that note. So. Again, get your hand in your pocket if you can. I know I'll be donating after the show because last time I did it, I put my bank details up on screen for everyone. So I'm not going to do it live again. And then thanks, Jason, for getting it posted on UK American Football Scene. Really, really, really appreciate that. Coaching is talking. Yeah, again, anything or everything, just reach out to a guy. Brilliant. So what do you want to hit next? Do you want to hit predictions or do you want to hit power rankings?
I think we'll do predictions.
Let's go. Right, predictions for next week. Let me bring up these games. I might actually share my screen on this one as well, just to make it easier for everyone. So people can see what I'm actually talking about. Chrome tab.
Let me see how well organised we all are.
We all are. Right, okay, so let's get it.
I'll full screen it.
Yeah. Bristol Apache versus Torbay Trojans. Bristol win that.
100%.
Yeah. Twice in every day on a Tuesday. Sussex Thunder, shitbags pulled out the season. I hate that. I mean, they've pulled out the full season now. I don't get it. It boils my piss.
They've got a B team.
I know. It really, really winds me up. I know you can't switch, and I don't know.
You can't?
I don't know. It's just I can't get my head around it. You've got a B team, which I know they're getting packed at the B team, but
Christ,
I would never pull my A team out of it. I don't get it.
No, you would drop your B team and transfer all the Bs over to the A, wouldn't you?
I think so. Yeah, before Cambridgeshire Cats versus Colchester Gladiators. Close game, this I think.
I think the Cats win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, fancy. Colchester are playing well this year. I don't mind Colchester in that game.
I rate the Cats.
Yeah. Be a close game, though. It'd be good for the power rankings, that one, I think. Good game, that. One to watch out for. Cornwall Monarchs versus Somerset Wyverns. So Somerset coming off a decent game, but Cornwall are playing all right as well this year.
I think Somerset win.
I think Somerset will.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just after coming off the decent result against Torbay, but again, I could see Cornwall winning that as well. So a good couple of close games this week. Edinburgh Wolves get a chance to go and obviously beat up on the Inverclyde Goliaths, and hopefully they do.
Yeah, I think the Wolves win that game.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Halton, no game because you cancelled the season. But again, I hate to big teams up, but they're still doing some sort of training, they're still doing some sort of recruitment. I just don't know. I was talking to a couple of guys about this weekend. I don't know how teams like Halton and Morecambe go again next year. You know, with so many guys and moved teams, and I don't know. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I'll be surprised as well. But I mean, you still see guys kitting out for the Wolverines still wearing the Halton helmet and things. Do you know what I mean? So maybe they are planning to go back.
Yeah, and there's still guys wearing the Morecambe Bay Storm stuff, but you know, you join a new team, you start winning. Who knows? Hereford Stampede versus your guys, the South Wales Warriors. Hereford. I think South Wales win it, don't they?
Nah, I'm going Hereford. I'm not. I can't. Sorry.
I can't.
No.
Nottingham Rangers versus Leeds Bobcats. This should be a close game, but I think Bobcats should win it. Right?
Well, they're going to play it. Are they actually going to play them? Whoa, look at you.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Are they going to play that game? Like, definitely.
I don't know. They probably should. Probably will. I don't know if they'll play well, but they'll play the game.
Can we not just like have a prediction where we think they'll not get refs and then not have coaches to cover it and they'll not play?
Yeah, that's a good prediction.
Is that a prediction? Like, I think that
if the game goes ahead, Bobcats win. Hopefully for them.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting game: Falcons versus the Surge.
Is that interesting?
Well, I think so. I think it should be. I know Staff's got spanked off Tamworth, but they've been really good against other teams. I think that'll be closer than you think.
I think Falcons win by a lot.
What would you give the over-under on Falcons there?
Why are you willing to take it? Like, if I say they're going to win by... I think the Falcons are going to win by more than 35 points.
Oh, I'd take the under every day there.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd take the under and bet on that.
All right.
Put that one in the back pocket.
Yeah, that's in the
because that's the difference between choosing a team. I like that. It's a different kind of bet.
Yeah, these bets have changed so weird now. I'm betting now that 3 people get ejected in the next one.
Yeah. Can we just ask that teams who are thinking about pulling out, just do it quickly so you can play? I completely agree. Like, if you know you're not going to play it, and most of them do, like, just pull out. If in doubt, pull out. London Olympians versus London Warriors. It should be a good game, but the Warriors should just flex and beat the shit out of them, right?
Well, I don't know. Have you seen the result? Yeah, obviously they're fucking good.
We beat him in the first game, 62 to 0. Manchester Titans versus Chester Romans.
Who did they beat in the first one?
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, Bradley hit us up with that. Titans versus Romans.
Right. Here it is. Right. What defenses play for you using? If you're saying all your defense is missing, how you've got your starters back?
I think they're back this week, yeah. Like I said, that was our one definite off week. So guys had holidays planned and stuff booked in.
Because Chester's offense is legit.
Yeah, I'm excited to see their offense, I'll be honest. Really excited.
I think they could outscore you guys. So it depends.
That's a shout.
So it's like defense-wise, like, I need to see something from you.
I don't think it'll be as close as people think.
Do you not think it's going to be close?
No, I don't know. I see it being like
I think
like a
they'd be Wolverines.
41-20.
Now, I think Wolverines get beat off Chester more than what you beat Chester.
Yeah, I see it being like a 41-20 game for the Titans.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. I still think the Titans are going to win, but I just think they are very capable to outscore. I don't know what their defense is like.
I know it's a similar defense, so it'll be a 3-4 blitz heavy kind of defense. So we'll see.
Is that running back playing for you guys? The lad from NFL Academy?
I don't know. He hurt his knee this week, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, I'm going to take the over-under on that. I need to know, like, is he playing or not?
Well, like I said, we was at the point where Sam Fossey's playing running back, so it's another positional problem for the Titans. So we'll see on that one. Yeah, it might be a closer game. Might be a close game, and obviously I'm
still going to say the Titans to win, obviously, but I just think. Like, I'm gonna say this
20
nicely.
20-point
like
over under. No,
20
3 scores. Yeah, 3 scores. 18 points over under. Well, the kicker's good for the Titans. Yeah, 21 points over under.
What? I think it'll be less than a 20-point win, 21-point win for you.
Oh, that's what I'm giving you. 21.
Yeah,
so you're taking the under.
I would take that. Yeah.
Okay. All right on the whiteboard.
And you know what it is, Chester. If there's someone watching now and you're like QB or your line or anything's missing, tell us this now because I'll be pissed from now on. I'm not even joking.
And then what was the other one? We had the 35 Leicester.
Leicester, yeah.
Okay. Couple of comments coming in. If it's a full Titans strength D, Titans win.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that what I'm seeing is that you guys, I think your starters hammer them, no worries. Like, I think that happens, not a problem. But I think your second string lose to them, if you know what I mean. I think it's that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Be interesting. Yeah, if that same defense what played last week for the Titans turned up this week, I agree. Yeah, I think because Chester are a better team than Lancashire.
Yeah.
So they had no offense against Holland. You'll smash them. Their offense has moved on significantly, what it seems this year anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested. Andy said you'll take the over on the total all day. I'm not sure what total it is, but it'd be good to see.
What we said, because you offered us 21, didn't you? They're saying that would be more than 21 points.
Oh, right. So he's taking the over 21 points. He thinks it'll be a bigger. Right. Okay. It'll be a good game, but Titans. It could and should be a shootout anyway.
What was the score between Chester and Merseyside?
They were both really close games, weren't they? It was like 35-35, 35-34, and then the only thing that we've got to say is the Titans beat.
Total points scored, they're saying. Obviously, total points scored, there's going to be about 150.
Over under 75. He's given us a bet here.
Over under 75 points. What's total scored in the game?
Oh, I'm taking over every single game.
Yeah, I'm taking over that. I'm taking over that.
Yeah, unless it's the shootout for the ages, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Sandwell Steelers versus Crew Railroaders. Sandwell win, but not an impressive result regardless.
Sam will win that by 3 scores.
Yeah. And then I don't know why we've got Shropshire playing Tamworth again.
That's just ignore that again.
Oh, so it was Leicester Falcons versus Staffordshire Surge.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like
Oh, I thought it was Shropshire.
No, definitely not. I'm taking Shropshire all day and that shit. I love their QB. I love their offense.
Right, sorry. I was talking about Shropshire. Right,
you fucked up big time on that, son.
Leicester's off the board there. They have the staffs. Yeah.
I was like, I'll definitely take that bet.
Shropshire v Tamworth. Do you reckon this is closer? I think Tamworth beat them like 50-odd nil last time.
No, I think Tamworth defense. is like a perfect matchup for
Shropshire.
Shropshire.
Okay, I'll give you the over-under of 41 points.
Oh,
35 plus a touch.
I don't know. I don't want that bet.
Okay, I'll give you 35 points.
I still don't want it.
No,
It's
it's
not.
difficult.
It's not worth it for us on that. Like, I'm
You can
sorry.
take the under though, can't you?
Yeah, I could, but I'm more leaning towards the under on that, but I'm not going to because I can still see your face and I know what you're doing. So no, I'm not going to take that. No, nah.
I'm chalking it up on the board. No, I think it's an under that. I think Shropshire will have acclimatised. I think I know one of their good players is a coach who might probably kill, I would reckon, in this game just because of the result last time. So I think these guys it could be a bit closer this time. Solent Thrashers versus Rushmore Knights. I'd like to say it'd be a close game, but I think Solent beat them quite convincingly, don't they?
Yeah,
I think so. Sussex Thunderbolts versus Essex Spartans. Essex Spartans are just going to pound the shit out of them.
yeah.
And we'll be glad to see that because anything from
they're gonna fucking
Sussex this year.
vajazzle the shit out of them.
Uh,
Tamworth aim for burgers and bagels every week.
So they should.
Just not against Leicester.
Well, I mean, they should. They're not playing against any Prem teams this year. So apart from Sandwell, who will, you can't see me, but Prem by name only, as
they've said, yeah.
Bristol Aztecs versus Birmingham Bulls. I always want this to be close, but Bristol just beat them pretty big.
Yeah, Bristol by 40.
Yeah, 40 is probably safe to say 41 over under. We're both probably still taking the over on that. Oxford Saints versus London Blitz B. Again, probably put like a 28 over under for Blitz B there.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Probably the closest, probably most competitive game this week. Wembley Stallions versus London Hornets.
Who would you take on that?
I'd probably take Wembley.
Would you?
Wembley. Yeah, I think they'll win that game.
I'm quite leaning towards the Hornets.
Put it on the board.
I don't know why. I have no idea why I'm leaning towards the Hornets, but I kind of am. I don't really want to say this because then they're going to put it in our prediction league and we'll have to pick the fucking Wembley or Hornets and then then we'll get it fucking wrong because like it's a southern team. We haven't got a freaking clue really.
Yeah, Wembley win that fairly convincingly, actually, I think. And then East Kilbride versus Glasgow Tigers.
East Kilbride.
Yeah, convincing. Over under probably 35 again on that one.
Nah, it's going to be higher than that.
Wembley to win, yeah. Wembley do, I think, win that game. If Adam wants to take that as a bet, I'm more than happy for that.
I'm not. I'm definitely not taking that as a bet.
So we've got two potential bets on the cards. The only one that we've got the over-under of Chester 20 points, and then Wembley and the Hornets.
So it was Chester of 20, did you say?
Yeah, over-under Titans to win 20 points.
Yeah.
Or Wembley versus Hornets straight match play, 1v1.
I think Russell's winding me up saying Adam is a good shout. Hornets hungry for a win. And I know they are, but I get so much shit off Russell. Like, I'm not.
You don't have a clue about the South.
He's like, you know nothing about the South. But like, says it with like a cup with his pinky in the air and shit. Like, but it's one of them where I want to go for the Titans one more, but not at 20 points.
Oh, there's a purpose. There's a reason I'm not giving you 21. 20 is the fair over-under.
Do you think, though? What? Well, obviously, I'm going to go one and you're going to go the other. What would you say? What you want on that?
Probably just take the over because the Titans' offense is a very good offense. But then I know who's missing this week, so I would happily take the under as well.
Well, who's missing? Give with the
Well,
scoop.
I'm pretty sure that the NFL Academy running back Tom Jones will be out this week. I'm pretty sure there's not that many offensive linemen for the Titans, so rotations. But I mean, they'll still have a good few guys.
I'm gonna take Fossey out on Saturday and get him fucking hammered. Fossey, if you're watching, drinks are on me on Saturday, mate. Like, tell us where you are. I'll come see you.
No, I'd probably take the over just because I'm a Titans player, and obviously I would back us to beat them. We beat Merseyside by more than 20, so got to start to think that we beat them by more than 20.
I think if at 20, I'm not willing to do it. I can't do that at 20. I think
I can give you 22, so you get the third score.
I get the third score though, but
you were saying no. This is a potent.
I'll tell you what. Right, we'll go. Right. Okay, we'll go. Fossey's gonna do Fossey things, so it's a given. Yeah, Fossey's gonna get fucking smashed on Saturday, and then he's not turning up for the game because I'm gonna send him to fucking Holland, taking Amsterdam for the weekend.
So I mean, like realistically, you would have. So even if it was 40-21 to the Titans, you would still win that bet.
Yeah. Right. So what's this bet for?
I don't know.
We need to know this.
Stakes.
Give me the stakes first. Tell me what's for. I'll tell you what to take. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a stake.
Go on.
Right. Because you're injured, right? You win this bet, right? I'll let you take off the crew one.
Yeah.
Right? Shave head, I'd do that anyways.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm not getting rid of my beard. You don't have to do the crew one, and I'll replace you at the East Kilbride one instead.
So if I win this bet, I get out of the crew one, and you go up to East Kilbride to do the pirate one.
Yeah, but as a male pirate, not as a female pirate.
Yeah, and what if I lose it?
If you lose it, I want to try and keep it sweet for you here. If
it lose it,
you got to do 2 Towie Bowls.
I'll come up to Gateshead when I'm fit, and I'll train with Gateshead for another session.
Fuck that, you shit. Anyways, I'll make a deal, right? Your son has got to sign for my academy team.
I'm not bartering my son off on live on TV.
Get him on here now. We'll tell you that he wants to play for me anyways. It doesn't make a difference. I'm sorry if you're under.
Has to commentate for Onside Productions for free. They won't have us.
They would not have us, mate. They fucking hate us. We streamed a fucking game by accident. We can't use kids as bet. We can't.
If Mike loses, you both have to go and do the pirate thing.
Eh? Right, okay, deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so I still have to go up if I lose. Right. But if not, I'll replace
Wait it. So what if you lose, why am I gone?
No, I just have to go up. No, because basically what it means, if I lose, I still have to go up and do it. Whereas if I win, I don't have to go up and do it. You're going up either way. No,
but before this bet, you still have to go there already. I'm gaining nothing here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gaining nothing.
Yeah, that's true. So this is always the hardest bit.
Yeah, someone's got to have a decent forfeit. Decent. I've got an idea.
Go on.
If you lose,
Yeah.
You have to play flag football as well as contact next season.
Deal.
Let's go. Right. I'll take the 22 under. Like definitely.
Right. Yeah. So are you taking the under 22 points?
Yeah.
Might lose. He has to write a poem about Adam. Leave it
that. He does that every week.
I'll read it live.
Come be a cheerleader at the last Towie Bowl. Just as Gemma Collins. Oh, mate, you do that. I'll go as whoever the other ones are with a vajazzle.
We'll have to find out when the last Towie Bowl is. Right.
What's it called if you just put the gems on it? Never mind. Right, carry on.
So to hear it. Shut up, Sarah. So the bet is
Siri.
22 under. So you've got the under of 22 points for Chester. I've got the over. So I'm backing my boys here as well. So I need the Titans. So I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna do some scout this week. I'm gonna watch shitloads of film and help.
Is Johnny playing?
He will be. I'll pay for him to play. I don't know if he's back from his holiday actually. And then okay, so that's fine. 20 points, 22. So loser. If I lose, I still have to go up to EKP and I have to play flag as well as contact next year.
Yeah.
Whereas if I win, you have to go up to
East Kilbride.
Yeah.
Dressed as a pirate.
And I get away with crew because I'm injured.
Yeah.
Sound.
That's worth it, that for you. That's like an easy bet for you. Crew's going to be pissed, by the way, if Titans something because they want you to play. that poor quarterback sitting there going, I just want one fucking light.
If I can't play that game, I'll try and get a replacement anyway. I will still try and get a replacement for Crew.
Yeah, but that won't be me. Definitely not.
Right, let's hit power rankings anyway.
We're there.
Go
on. Why is Johnny such a fucking knob? Like when you message him, are you playing on Sunday? Why? Who's asking? Like, I'm asking right now. I'm finding out if you're playing. It's a bit random. I've got a bet on your game, mate. Like, where's your holiday?
Croatia.
He just takes so long to just give us an answer.
Yeah.
That's inside. He's not playing. Johnny's not playing. He's not have a centre. Get it right. Let's go.
I'm trying to go back to 20 points. Right, that's fine. Don't worry about that. That's cool. Don't worry about that. All right.
I'm buzzing. Right. Who's your next centre?
I started centre from last year, Matt McCormack.
We're there. Is the big dog himself playing?
Who?
Mr. Tuesday.
Oh, he'll be playing. He'll definitely be playing. But he's not started. He started last week, but he played really well on defence. Johnny Morris has just messaged me. What's all this about? I'll text you in the week, Johnny. Right, okay, let's hit these power rankings. London Warriors first, stay first, always first, never anything but first.
Yeah.
Sam with Phoenix 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's going to replace them, are they?
Nah, not really.
The question is, I suppose the first controversial thing: do the Titans slide because of letting in nearly 50 points against?
I think they've got to. I think they've got to. Like this is happening all year. Yeah, I think that's where they go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean they slide because Bristol are playing Div 1 teams and just executing against them and winning games. You've got scope to climb again, but there's a bad result. There's a couple of bad results in a row for Titans, and they're probably victim of taking on too many games, aren't they? And
you know what it is? I really want to see Chester Romans versus Vikings as well. No, I think about
it. So good. So not Farnham. Solent stay there.
Yeah.
Kent stay there.
Yeah. Stay there.
Stay there. Yeah, I still think this happens, but anyway, because they beat them. But we knew it was missing QBs and stuff, right? Okay, so this is where it happens now. These have to just swap for me. Nothing else to it.
But did they though? Like, would you not just bump them down? So I would put Merseyside in that position and bump the others down, but I would move Falcons above East Kilbride now.
I would move Falcons above
Yeah,
Giants now.
fucking hell, let's get the fucking suspense in, man. Jesus Christ,
They're,
that's what they're
they're
here
okay, they go
for.
above it. They go
And
above it.
then I would say because of the result against Tamworth, they should move above that. There we go.
See, but then the question remains: is these guys in 18
They've got to go up.
were closer to Merseyside than they were.
I think you're gonna have to move the Romans up.
I think the Romans climb to at least here.
I don't think you can put them
there.
See, I think because of the Wolves, I think you've got to move the Wolves down a bit. And I know we're putting them there because they're a Prem. But the loss to East Kilbride, which is the only loss. But Shropshire had a good game with Falcons.
Yeah.
Like this, it's really tight, by the way. And then go down again, by the way. All the way down. Can you put the Wolverines on that bonus one straight away? And that's the first time they've been there.
Yeah.
Cambridgeshire Cats could be added onto the bonus one as well.
And Spartans, because we keep talking, they were dealing with business. I want to go back to this. I need this. I still don't feel right here. I think they've lost to this team who were there. I can't have them just sat there at 11. I think.
So they lost to the team that's where, sorry?
I think it's there like that. That's how I would have it.
I don't. I think you got to go Sheffield up still. I think you put
just beating this team.
Yeah.
If we just look at their strong potential, they're just beating them. These two are very close, but their offense is probably more explosive. It's fair to say. And if there's a 6 gap between them who just beat them, and then they just beat them. I think that's a fair place for them.
I think you move Sheffield up one more place and wait till Romans play Titans this weekend. We'll get a better feel for it.
Yeah, we've still got them to play the Rams left, but I believe these two go above them.
Adam Cowley's kicking off saying they didn't beat the Rams.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what happened, but yeah.
It was Thunder Lightning, wasn't it? But
yeah. Yeah, I feel that's fair. I mean, I actually believe this is really close as well.
We had the Falcons down because of they weren't the same team without the Americans. But now they've got them back, we did say they'd shoot straight back up. Same as what they've done with the O's.
This is a very close one, but
what was the score with Merseyside and the Romans? Are they? But then, Tom, I see what you're saying. For me, Falcons above Nighthawks, but we're getting 2 Falcons teams in this season so far. Do you know what I mean?
So Chester versus Merseyside was 49-40 to Merseyside, and
so if we're saying they're 49-40, go back to the. to the league
and it
table.
was 34-41. So two pretty much one-score games against Merseyside.
So that's 2 one-score games against Merseyside, and we've got them that far below.
Yeah. And that's why I had them above that, because that was what was the score between those two. What was it, 26-10 or something? So it was a 2.5 score game for Merseyside against them.
Right, then you've
They
got
had the starting QB missing, but so did they. Both teams had the starting QB missing.
I think you leave it for now, for there. I'm worried. I'm worried. Have we got Vikings too high? Have we got East Kilbride too high? Have we got Shropshire too low? Have we got Wolves too high?
Well, Shropshire took a hide into Tamworth, so whilst they played well and been competitive in a lot of the games, they took a big hammer into Tamworth, so they slid because of that.
Yeah.
East Kilbride beat these guys, and we know it's hard to cross division. Northumberland have just constantly beat decent teams, and again, from the team they put out against us, they were very competitive. Good wide receivers, decent team, and I feel that's a fair judgment.
You've been at those games, so who was it that
I'm happy with all this based on what has been played this season.
Who did the Titans just play? They played Wolverines, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, and what was that score?
69-40 something.
So, and what was the score between Titans and Vikings? It was a lot bigger than that.
No, it was like no, it wasn't. It was like I can't remember. It was like 50-20 or something like that. Very similar score to that against.
So why have we got Vikings at 12 and Wolverines aren't registered on the board yet?
Just because Wolverines have been beat quite heavily against a lot of teams, and
no, Wolverines have lost to Hughes. That is it.
No, Wolverines.
Check the scores.
Yeah, that's what I'm just doing now. Wolverines, they lost 48. They beat the Hornets Spartans 48-12. They beat the Titans. They got whooped off the Titans.
Yeah, it was that Titans one that put them down.
Yeah, have they not played anyone else? Merseyside.
No.
Yeah, Merseyside beat them 60-0.
There, yeah. Lost to Merseyside as well. Are Merseyside that much better than Vikings? Then do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I think that. What I mean, no, but and that's why they're close. Like all these teams having played that team for the past couple of years, playing that team this week. 1, 2, 3. There's not much to split them. I think with their American, that's the best team there. Falcons are the best team there with their American. Merseyside maybe with a starting quarterback. I'd love to see that game. I think it'd be a very close game. Those two are those three teams are better than that team.
Yeah.
I think one thing that could happen this week is those two swap maybe. But the jury about I can make a good judgment with hopefully with my eyes this week in terms of
hopefully because the Nottingham game's been cancelled and because the Vikings game's been cancelled, they can go and play because where's Nottingham? Nottingham's low on there still, by the way.
Yeah. And with the weather, Nottingham were. It was hard to tell because the weather really killed that game. But I don't know. I don't know because Nottingham's front seven was good, but I'm not sure how good the DBs would have been. And I think that's why we would have run away from Nottingham had the weather been different.
Yeah, I mean, scroll down. Well, no, Tom. I mean, it's all well and good scoring 127 points, but if you're putting it on a team that is not doing
I'm just having a
anything.
look. Who else has played against them?
Yeah, have a look at Lee. Who was it? Lee.
Yeah.
Have you played them?
No. Chester beat them 76. I mean, everyone's beaten them 76-6, 86-7. Yeah, they've just been whooped off everyone.
So who they played? Lee's played who?
Chester twice and got beat 127-0, 76-6, and they got beat off the Lancashire Wolverines 86-7.
Yeah, well then nah.
That's no more impressive than the other two results. So kind of all mute points really, isn't it, with them?
Yeah, I think it is. Like, I don't think. I'm sorry. Like, they might have scored that, but no, I don't think they need to be higher. I think that's where the land. Yeah,
Who does Ben Reed play for?
Wolverines.
Oh yeah, we lost to Merseyside as well. Yeah, so they're happy there. Merseyside had no starting QB and their American wide receiver was out, and they still beat the Sheffield Giants convincingly. Vikings too low? I don't think so. I'm happy where the Vikings are. I picked my 4-year-old daughter in a running race to be another top 20 sprinter.
Exactly. So just scroll to the top there. And how many teams do we have in the Prem South?
The Prem South are all up here, so we got Warriors. One,
Yeah, but
two,
how many's in the Prem South total? Is it 8?
six.
6.
Six. Yeah. Well, 6 at the top 8 of Prem South.
Right, so you know what it is? The fucking South always wins though. We don't know anything about them, and look at that table. It's all Southern teams. Which I don't understand why we're doing that.
It's because again, it's hard to tell when there's no cross division stuff. Like we don't know how good the Blitz are this year. We don't know if the Warriors are just unbelievable this year or they're not. The fact that the Blitz are close to Exiles and they probably will be against the O's probably suggests to me that the Blitz aren't the team they used to be, which is probably fair. They probably lose a lot of their youth players to the NFL academy and stuff now.
I know I argued against it the last time, but after thinking about it, I think the O's have got to be above the Exiles because they beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I know they had players missing.
Was the quarterbacks, but
yeah, but if that's the justification that we're going to use, then we use it
for the Titans.
For the Titans,
we would stay where they were, but we're not.
Yeah, and then we'd have to use it for the Sheffield Giants in the Merseyside game, like because we know that Sheffield are going to use their quarterback a lot. We know the Merseyside are going to use it with a strong wide receiver. Are they going to play again this season? I think I'd like to see it.
I don't think they will. But I mean, that wasn't a surprise for me. I'll be honest. I've got a lot of respect for Toby at Sheffield and stuff, but it wasn't a surprise for me. I know they took a smaller squad. I know they was missing guys off defense, but
score
down
the bottom
thing, unfortunately.
It is at the minute, unfortunately, but go down the bottom. It's this bottom bit that I'm unsure.
This is another minefield.
Yeah, like Wolverines there, like really they've only lost to Titans and fucking
they've lost to Titans, Chester and Mercer.
But then they've just ran Titans close.
Yeah.
Have they lost to Chester?
Yeah.
What was the Wolverines Chester score?
To be fair, that result this week was the best result for the Wolverines all season. And Wolverines won't mind.
Oh yeah, and I'm not being funny. Like I want to know what the score was with Chester and Wolverines. If you've seen that played, I don't think they've played. Oh, they don't even play them.
Oh, did they not?
Nah, that's stupid as shit. By the way.
Yeah.
Fucking Britballin all over again.
But to be fair, Titans had the starters out. Well, actually, Titans started with like their second and thirds actually on offense to start the game. No starters really wholeheartedly started on that. And they still scored 69 points. So I think with the starters being on offense, the Titans flexed, but I think obviously just missing guys on D. Wolverines went and put on a good wide receivers and played really well. They've got some excellent players, but yeah, I don't think that's close if everyone's there as starters. Well, the first game, everyone was there on starters, and it was 83-0.
Yeah, and I get that, but
I'd say that
not everyone. But not everyone was there for Wolverines either. Because the first thing you mentioned about when we talked about that game was how good their QB was, and he's just come back from Poland. You said,
yeah.
Like, and I'm not being funny. Like,
realistically,
if you look at the NFL as well, you lose your starting quarterback, your team can go to shit unless you're the fucking Patriots and their QB doesn't really fucking matter.
I think that game's 70-30 with all starters, something like that. But anyway,
Again,
power. I don't think it drastically affects the power rankings. I don't see. I can't back Lancashire. From what I've seen, I can't back Lancashire
I'll
climbing the
tell you what.
rankings.
I'll
Their offense is
go.
pretty good.
I'm going to say this.
Caesars beat the Wolverines.
Yeah, and that's fine, but I get that. But what I'm saying, he's going to fucking hate us, by the way. Asking the Wolverines beat the Cheetahs, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think so. From what
Andy,
I've seen,
I've literally just said that.
Yeah. I've the Cambridgeshire Cats and Essex Spartans. I'm not sure. I'd like to see any of them play the Cheetahs. Have they played this year?
Nah, I mean, you could stick like Rushmore in that, like in the little hunt section there.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
You could stick Rushmore in there. You could stick Wembley in there.
There's loads Hornets.
Hornets,
just,
yeah. You could
it's very
stick
close.
South Wales, like, do you know what I mean? Sandwell, like, not really Sandwell, but like.
It's funny. Definitely not them. Not them. Definitely not them.
I'll tell you what, right? Who I wouldn't mind seeing a game between, and we don't even have them in this. I kind of want to see the Bulls play against some of these teams.
Yeah.
And we don't even have them in this because they're a Division 2 team, so we're like, that's never going to happen. But the way that they're playing at the minute, I'd love to see the Bulls come and play some of these. Is that bad? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd like to. I think the Bulls in that could be worth a shout. And like, I look at the Bull sideline, and they've got a fuck ton of guys. They've got some big lineman guys. They've got some good, powerful running. And the QB doesn't look too bad. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bulls get to play some of these teams that we've got, yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I don't know. I think Hearts play Wembley in a couple of weeks, which should give us a good, a good kind of indication of that. Let me see, Hearts first.
Adam Cowley saying Doncaster Mustangs will be a top Div 2 team. I just think, I mean, yeah, Doncaster have recruited well, but didn't Humber turn over Doncaster? Like,
it was a close game,
yeah.
Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. I think there's a lot in the hunt. It's difficult because there's so many decent teams doing decent things. Like just trying to get a gauge on it's really difficult.
Just looking at it now, right? So if you go back on it, if we had to arrange, say, 5 bowl games, so just go back on the screen.
Yeah.
And I mean, these don't have to be for anything. Like they're not for a trophy. They're just for like a bit of pride, just for play and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because Buffer said at the end of the season, it could be possible if teams don't have like uni fixtures or all of that sort of stuff. Or
I'll tell you what, let's pair all these up to games we'd like to see. That's what we'll do to finish off with.
Okay. So you pick your 5 games on there that you'd love to see first, and I'll pick my 5. Make sure you've screenshot this order, by the way.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we know.
I'm liking the look of some of these so far.
I mean, it's always one of those. Like I do want to see some cross division stuff, so it might be more like, to get a good gauge of it.
Yeah, like for me, obviously I don't want to see the Warriors. Like we know what the Warriors are like.
Yeah, we don't want no one. We don't also set everyone to see that.
Unless you're gonna put like someone from fucking Europe against them, like.
Yeah.
Like that's not. I don't want to see it. But for me, put them all back to how they were. We can see your screen, by the way. But you shared. You completely shared the wrong thing. You can just share Chrome tab and then you can flip along. Right, just
I
put
don't
them.
know. I just lost everyone then. Sorry. I don't know how
Yeah.
come my headphones cut out.
Just put them back to normal, and I'll go through who. Like, I'll pick 5 games how I'd like it. You can leave. No, let's go from. I'll go from the bottom first. You need to put Wembley down. I'd like to see Nottingham versus Rams. That's a game I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Shropshire versus Vikings. I'd like to see Chester versus Sheffield. I'd like to see East Kilbride versus Leicester. And I'd like to see the Titans versus the Exiles.
Yeah, I think I'd love to see that game as well, actually.
They would be my. I think I've got 5 there. I hope. Let's have a look.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I might have
5,
more. Yeah. I think that would be games that I would definitely travel to
Like
see.
to see. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what it is? There's other games that I'd really like to see as well, but I just think them is
I'd like
just,
to see that game as well.
yeah. I tell you which game I would like to see. South Wales Warriors versus Association
Warriors.
Football.
I'd like to see this game.
Yeah. Warriors versus Warriors.
The Warriors Bowl.
Yeah. Losers never allowed to play football again.
No.
No, I'm joking.
No.
I don't hate them that much, you know. I actually don't hate them that much. I lied. You can't see me face.
Cheetahs have 2 games left: Blitz B and Wembley last game of the season. I'm really excited to see that result. And again, Wembley versus Hearts. That's going to be a good game.
Like, I tell you which else would be a really good game as well, just for offense-wise. I wouldn't mind seeing Shropshire versus Chester.
Yeah, that'd be a good game. Very good game. I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind seeing Chester versus fucking Wolverines because they're in the same division but don't play each other.
I know, yeah. I wouldn't mind saying that as well. Hearts v Shropshire.
That'd be a decent game.
Right, I think that's us.
Yeah, I need all their kebab. I'm starving.
Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Back at our usual time, Monday 7 p.m. And let's go Titans. Let's go.
Who you play?
Everyone.
Who you play?
You idiot, Chester.
Who?
Chester.
Who?
Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.